Design Studio.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lala, aka Chelle, aka Chelle, aka Michelle, my belle. And y'all know I've used YouTube as my video diary, and today will be no different. I don't know if this video will be perceived negative, but I do know it'll be perceived as real. At least by me. I am going to try not to get emotional, but I've had a realization and my feelings are hurt. With that being said, one of my biggest hurdles in my growth journey is managing my emotions, right? I come from a background where for years I wasn't heard. So I got to a point where I screamed to make people hear me. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that, or, maybe not. And then I've been in situations where the people who were supposed to stand up for me never did. And so I think that I grew up with this complex of I'm going to be the person for everybody else that I wanted for myself. And because of that, I feel like people have weaponized my own passion against me, and I never even noticed. This is not directed towards a specific person, a specific situation, a specific group of people, because I'm telling y'all, it has been a pattern. That's multiple people have done it. And there have been multiple situations, because when I evaluate something, it's not a one and done. Oh, it happened one time, so this got to be a thing. No, it has to happen. It has to happen repeatedly. That's what I notice. I notice patterns. That's why it's so easy for me to notice inconsistencies, because I notice you don't have a pattern I can pay attention to. But anyway, I've also learned in life that a lot of our beefs are based on our limited perspectives. You might interpret somebody's actions as malicious where they're not being malicious at all. But because every time somebody has behaved a certain way in front of you, it has been malicious, you're going to always perceive that behavior as malice until you have a different experience. So I had to learn that some of my beefs I had with people were unwarranted simply because I misinterpreted their behavior, or vice versa. Somebody be like, oh, I thought you was trying to do this. And I'm like, no, I literally have no reason to do that. Here is what I thought. And so I did this because I thought you would interpret it as this. And the person's like, oh, that makes sense. But because they had never had an experience of that caliber, they didn't understand my intent based off of my behavior. They only understood what they knew based off history. I have been on both ends of that, the giving and receiving end. So as I grow and learn, I'm not, there's no fake belief like, oh, I never do that, I'm Chelle. No, I know players fuck up sometimes, okay? With that being said, back to what I was talking about. So I've been interpreting how I handle relationships with people and groups of people, etc., etc. And I'm going to put something on Front Street. Like I said, I'm that type of person where I feel like if I see somebody going through a situation and they're coming to me about it and it seems like it's unnerving them, making them sad, making them mad or frustrated, I'm going to stand up for the person. Because if you keep going into a situation with the person or people and the result is the same, but you're not saying anything, I'm going to feel like, oh, you're too scared. Don't worry, I got your back. And too many people have weaponized that against me to the degree where now I'm starting to wonder if it's actually intentional. I have a platform, and there are a lot of people that love me, okay? And I respect and appreciate all of you. Make no mistake about it. You supporting me and loving on me does not go unnoticed. I promise. There are days where I don't want to do content. I don't want to stream, but I push myself for y'all, right? So with that being said, just like there are people that are out there that really rock with me. Some of y'all simply rock with me. You might not even care for my content overall. You just like that I come on here and keep it real. And you rock with me just because of that. You might not even fool with Second Life or my vlogs or any of those things. You just like when I come on here and keep it 1,000. And I appreciate you for that. And I also keep it 1,000 with myself. For anybody wondering, I'm probably my worst critic in life. Just in case. I don't want y'all to think I'm one of them people that's hard on everybody, but then I'm a hypocrite. I give myself a pass for everything. No, I've been wrong too. So with that being said, I feel like one of the reasons, because I have a platform where people like me, there are people that don't like that. So they put me in precarious situations to villainize me so that in their mind, they're like, see, I told y'all she's not who y'all thought she was. When the truth is, that's not how I act every day. You put me in a messed up position that you knew would generate a certain reaction out of me just so you could make me look a certain way in front of people. Yes, I'm a passionate person. I really am. And if I see people I care about in trouble, I'm going to step up and do whatever it is I got to do. If I got to tee off on somebody, if I got to cuss somebody out or whatever, I'm learning to not give so many people control over my emotions anymore, because not everybody means you well. If you sit in front of me and say, John mistreats me, John always lying to me, John don't do this, John used me for my money. When I see John, if I see John doing any of those things, it's up when I see John. It's up. But the problem in that situation is I'll turn up on John, and then the girl who been telling me about John the whole time will sit back and act like she never saw it coming. And act like I'm the worst person in the world. Oh my gosh, I don't know why Chelle would do that. I don't know, maybe because you had 10 conversations with me about how bad John is, but you still making the same moves in front of John, making me think that you scared of John, when the truth is maybe you're not. Maybe you like what John is doing to you, or maybe you're not being authentic with me or yourself. This has happened to me so many times. In SL, in RL, it's been with family, it's been with relationships, it's been with friends. People will literally tell me 1,000 things messed up that somebody has done to them, get in front of the person, act completely different, and then when I'm irritated with the person, act like they have no clue. So this goes out to everyone I have ever turned up on. If me and you never had a direct beef, and then I just randomly turned up on you, just know that there were conversations had behind your back where you were painted as a villain, and I thought I was standing up for somebody that I loved and or cared about. And I put that on me. Because too many times people put me in these situations and make it look like I'm the bad guy. Like y'all will tell me somebody is so messed up, and then when I turn up on the person because I'm tired of how they treat you, you'll be patting them on the back. I'm sorry, Chelle did that to you. I hope da 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 da. And they sitting up there soaking it up, not knowing that you the whole reason I turned up on them. So for all my Johns out there, metaphorically speaking, if I came to you and I turned up on you and you like, yo, I ain't never had beef with Chelle. Where'd that come from? Somebody was talking about you to me. Yeah. And then we got in front of each other. Usually they've been talking about you a lot. Like I've literally had people on my phone crying about people. And then when I say something bad about the person, Chelle, I can't believe you. What? So if me and you have never had beef, and then like maybe we hung around a few times or we met each other and I turned up on you, that means somebody was talking about you to me. And then you might have exhibited one of the behaviors they spoke on. And to me, that was confirmation that, oh, they can't be lying because here's the person doing it right now. And I'm tired of it. Y'all are really going to stop using me like a bulldog and then complain when I bite people. I'm not some person who just randomly just goes off on it, walk around going off on people. For the most part, I'm an introvert. I mind my business. You know, when I get around people I trust, I turn up, I have fun. People want me to look like a bully so bad when I'm literally the exact opposite. A lot of y'all friends and families and spouses, girlfriends and boyfriends are fake as hell. They be one way in front of you, but behind your back be telling everybody what a piece of trash you are. And you wondering why when you step into the room, don't nobody like you. And you think it's everybody else. Y'all really be on some, it's us against the world, babe. No, your babe is with the world and you by yourself. So, if anybody watch this and feel like, oh, she talk about me, baby, I mean, don't wait for the apology. And like I said, this isn't I'm thinking about this person. I'm looking back on all my experiences on how people weaponize my love for them against me. Will have me out here looking like a whole demon in front of people. And the whole time while you consoling them from what I did, quotation fingers, to them, they don't know that you was the main reason I did it. So with that being said, y'all learn from my lesson. Okay? Control your own emotions. If somebody is telling you in one breath how they can't stand a person, how this person is doing this, and this, but then when they get around the person, it's a whole different vibe. Mind your business and shut your mouth. And I mean that with my whole heart. And like I said, y'all, this ain't no isolated incident. So it's going to be a couple people probably like, is she talking about me? Probably. If you got people, I don't give a ooh, I almost cussed. I don't care how close you are to them. If you got people in your life that be telling you, oh, John this, John that. Then when you get in front of John, it's giggles and ha-has and dancing and drinks. Mind your business. I don't care if they tell you John knocking their head between the washer and dryer. Mind your business. Because sometimes the reason they're not telling you the whole story is because they a villain too. If you get in front of Amy and behind closed doors is Amy is a thief, Amy is a liar, Amy is manipulative, but then when they get in front of Amy, it's hugs and let's take pictures together, ha ha Amy, mind your business. I don't care if Amy look them right in the face and say you a stupid POS. Mind your business. Mind your business. If y'all learn nothing else from me, I have been villainized so many times by so many people in so many different ways because I care too much and I let the wrong people have control over my emotions. No one should control your emotions but you. So I accept full responsibility for me not doing what I'm supposed to do to protect myself. I want to be clear. I don't think I'm no victim because I knew what it was. I should have known when people be charged up in conversations behind closed doors, but be meek and humble in person. I should have known to mind my business. But I got caught up because, like I said, I wanted to be the person that I didn't have back in the day. Now, trust me, I don't need that person now. I am that person. But long ago, when things were outside of my control, there were people who should have stood up for me and fought against what was being done to me, and they didn't. And I let that pain from the past control, in some ways, who I become as a woman. But that stops today. People love my passion when it benefits them, and then they want to turn it off when it doesn't. You don't get to do that. You either accept me wholly or you get me partly, meaning I'm either going to care about everything or I don't care about anything. And I don't care about how you feel when it comes to those things, because I'm not going to keep letting people get me charged up behind the way people, quotation fingers, treat them. Then when they get in front of that person's face, it's a whole different story. It's not right to do that to people. And to be honest, you know what? I'm going to shut up. Just know nobody that's crossed me has ever gotten away with it. Not because of nothing I did. Not because of nothing I did. Done. And I know people get on the internet like, my ancestors don't play about. Mine really don't. Mine really don't. That's why I stopped trying to get revenge on my own. My ancestors be getting y'all back way better than I ever could. So to all the people who have weaponized my passion and then acted fake to the person that I went up against, like they didn't have a major hand in my reaction, I know you, if you haven't already, you gonna get what's coming to you. And to the people who you feel like, hey, you know, Chelle just kind of went off on me, that was kind of unwarranted, like, what's really good? Know that, like I said, there were conversations had behind your back by probably somebody that you didn't think was having conversations about you. They've had them with me. And I got to the point where my emotions boiled over because I thought you was mistreating somebody. I never just do it off the strength of, oh, I don't like this person. It's never that. Whenever I turn up on people like that, it's because people are making me think that they're being mistreated and they're fed up with the person. It's never I don't like that. Let me go get them. It's never like that with me. So if I randomly went off on you and you still to this day are trying to make the math, I'm going to tell you what the math is. One, they was talking about you behind closed doors to me real bad. Plus one, I got in front of you and you exhibited at least one of the behaviors that they mentioned. Equals two, which is me turning up on you. There's the math. With that being said, if you feel targeted by this video and you don't want to fool with me no more, baby, don't. Because if you feel targeted, that means that's your guilty conscience, and I don't need to be around you anyway. So to all the people who have held me down in a great way and been honest, shout out to you. I appreciate you, and I love you more than you will ever know. I know sometimes it seems like the good deeds seem to go unnoticed and the bad deeds get highlighted, but make no mistake about it. Every time y'all pour into me, whether it's a comment, whether it's a like, whether y'all sharing my videos, whether you in my live, trust me, I notice. Okay? So or the people who reach out to me even, there's some of y'all be like, I wanted to say hi. Like, I'm not. But there are people, and y'all need to be mindful of this, especially those of you who are thinking of becoming a content creator on any platform, because YouTube is not the only place I got numbers. So if you're thinking about being a content creator, you need to know that you will be targeted. There are people who are not going to like you or like the fact that other people like you, and they will try to put you in a light to where you're not liked anymore. Like a lot of these people, I won't say a lot, some of these people that be getting canceled don't deserve to be canceled. People be putting them in situations where one incident can make them look bad forever. So I'm going to stay prayed up, because y'all got to find somebody else to play with. But understand, with me, you reap exactly what you sow, and I don't have to move a muscle. I stay prayed up. I stay connected to the Most High. If I told people how many times I pray a day, y'all probably wouldn't even believe me. When I say I'm working on myself, I'm genuine with that. And that means I call myself out. I'm transparent with myself. I apologize when I'm wrong and everything. I just apologized to somebody probably like 2 or 3 days ago. I said, you know what? Your behavior was triggering me. Not because you were a bad person or you were doing something wrong, but you brought out pain that I thought I had fixed, but I was just suppressing. And so I took your behavior and I applied it to past situations, villainizing you in my mind, but you didn't do anything. That's what type of shit I'm on. So if I get on here and say, no, I'm not being this and I'm not being that, it's because I'm not. And y'all really need to know, some of y'all friends and loved ones ain't your friends and don't love you like you think they do. Because they be throwing you under the bus behind your back. And so like I said, if you have a platform, especially where people, and you don't even have to, and this is one thing I want to tell you content creators. When you have a platform, stop thinking you got to have big numbers for people to be shiesty. There are people who be like, yeah, boy, yeah, girl, I support you. And then when they see that you're actually growing, people will hate on you based off of your potential alone. Do not be naive like me. I always thought, no, people won't do me that way. I don't even have 10K. I don't have 20K. They not going to come for me. There was people coming at me when I had 100 subscribers. When people see what you are capable of, that's enough to initiate hate. Make no mistake about it. So if you're going to be an up-and-coming content creator, number one, you better have thick ass skin. I don't know if YouTube about to get my video, but you better have thick skin. Like football thick. Number two, expect the unexpected. Number three, pay attention to everybody. Number four, know how to recognize patterns. And number five, that it doesn't matter how kind you are. It doesn't matter how generous you are. It doesn't matter how much of a good listener you are, how open you are to meeting people. It does not matter what your qualities are. There are people that are going to not like you simply because other people like you. I'm going to say it again. There are people who are not going to like you simply because other people like you. And they will try to put you in positions to make other people not like you because they've been talking behind your back the whole time. And once they finally put you in that position, they could be like, see, told you they wasn't who you thought they was. When the whole time you are exactly who that other person thought you was. You just were put in a messed up position by a messed up person. So from here on out, I'm not going off on anybody for anybody. Because people literally will have me going off on somebody and then get in front of the person and act like they have no clue what's up. Y'all want to villainize me? I'm going to be a villain, but to your ass. With that being said, y'all be safe. Stay dangerous. I love y'all. I didn't even mean to make this video that long. Peace.